Okay. Alright, so we're live. We're doing this. This is the next episode of the Green Jam Pod. We haven't done this in a while, but I said, the election's out, and it's probably time we get on to it. Or as I'm saying this, I'm checking for things, just because, I don't know. Alright. So, yeah, Donald Trump was elected president. I mean, I saw it coming a mile away. Saw it. Because he promised something Clinton didn't, really. And because of that, we have this thing that's a thing now, I guess. Yeah, I'm not too keen on it. Especially since I have that slight accent. I might be deported. Family's lived here for, 3 generations? 4 generations? Well, it depends on which side you go on. Some sides I'm descended from pilgrims, so, yeah, fun. Anyways, yeah, Donald Trump was elected. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I mean, we're gonna have to see how the next 4 years turn out. I just hope that, things are, it's not as, dire as I expected, because I already knew what would happen if he was elected. I was like, that's fine. Even if, there's a Republican majority in both the House and the Senate, which there is, because then you still have the Supreme Court upholding all the decisions they made before, and it's such a pain. It's like getting an ass to move. Oh, come on, move! Move! Won't you move? Sort of like that stubbornness to get any, Supreme Court ruling overridden, in terms of, doing it through Congress. So yeah, it's not going to really happen. In terms of reverting things, he can add new things, but he can't revert things. Which is okay. We're gonna be fine, I think. As long as he doesn't, send troops into countries and stuff. And who knows what he's gonna do, because he claimed a lot of things, and some of them were contradictory to what he said previously, and then he's, changed his mind a couple of times. He's all over the place. We have no idea. But it's the will of the people, then. And if it's with the people, I guess, then that's fine. It's absolutely fine. Halloween happened a while ago, actually. Oh my goodness. I actually recorded the latest episode of the Ranger playthrough. Episode 15, I think, I recorded on Halloween. I was like, oh, the election's in 2 weeks, this will probably be uploaded. You'll be probably voting now once this is uploaded. Turns out you already voted, and I uploaded afterwards. Wow. So yeah, we're gonna have more episodes of that. It's just, I'm running out of, things to do, since we're, so late in hard mode now. Because, we beat Okram, in the latest episode. We beat the Golem once. He's such a pain in the ass. Oh my god, it's it's ridiculous. The first part's fine, but then you get to that stupid laser, and it's ridiculous, and there's no escape. There is no escape. Yeah. I even tried it with the pulse bow. Didn't work. That's in the next episode. Spoilers. They might not want to see it. Oh, I'm also doing, right now in Minecraft, I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I started building things again, so I'm, working up towards that, and I'm building stuff. Oh, which brings me to the next thing. Minecraft Pocket Edition 1.0 is coming out soon. This was totally unexpected. I was just, going through my Twitter feed yesterday. I was like, yeah, .16 just came out. There's not going to be an update till next March maybe. Oh wait, 1.0 is coming out before the end of the year. I was like, this is ridiculous. I just got around to experimenting with the new features in .16. They're going at lightning speed. It's ridiculous. And it's basically, we're almost done getting onto priority with PC, which I'm really glad about that. But the 1.0 officially released. I've been playing it for 5 years, but now it's officially released, guys. Wow. Or going to be officially released. Soon. TM. Yeah. Yeah. So they're adding the end and all of the 1.9 end stuff. They didn't completely add all the 1.9 stuff, like they didn't change the brewery. Brewery. And they didn't change, they didn't add shields. They still have yet to add banners and like stained glass and stuff like that. But I think that's also for future updates. They're trying just to get it so like they're filling in the gaps, essentially, because they haven't done it in terms of updates. They have done it in terms of a feature branch. And I saw the tree that Tommaso tweeted out, I think, like over a year ago now. But yeah. It's been a wild ride ever since like .11. We've been having updates over. It's like there's like it's like the gates are open. Minecraft updates coming out every like few months or so. It's just ridiculous. I mean, there was a short break between .14 and .15 of like 3 months. I say that short, but not really. Like it was before. Like remember, like between .8 0.8 came out that December, I remember. And we had to wait all the way until like July to get 0.9. And then the next September to get 0.10, which really wasn't a major update. They didn't add anything in 0.10. It's like, ooh, new terrain generation. But not really. And then .11 came out the next July, right? So we're used to this summer, fall/winter, summer, fall/winter cycle, and now all of a sudden we're getting updates every 3 months, and it's just like, whoa! Pace yourselves, man, pace yourselves. But yeah, here we are. And I'm rambling on. You'll probably stop listening to me because I'm just this old fart. Not old, I'm actually really young. Actually not too young. I don't know if you consider me young anymore. It's ridiculous. How far is because the way technology going is like it's exponential. Pretty soon we're gonna have. Is that your personal device? Is that your iPad? Is that your Android tablet? We now have a tablet tax and we have a phone tax. We'll just call it a personal device tax. Have you paid your personal device tax? I mean, you know how much revenue we would get if you paid tax on that? That would be just ridiculous. Also in my state, I live in Massachusetts. Speaking of tax, we approved marijuana to be legal, which I guess is a good thing because that means like a bunch of people like that it's like taxed really high because that we just have money that we can funnel into a lot of things, much needed money. Yeah, generally a good thing, and it's safe for those who are addicted because now they're getting it at a lower dosage, and it's legal, so they're not going to go to jail, and lower dosage, and they're not like injecting it with a needle or like getting it really bad and like getting infected because of it. It's just it's a lot better this way. I think it's like prostitution in Nevada. Um, no, I think Nevada is the only state where prostitution is legal. Um, they made it legal because it severely decreases the amount of STDs you're spreading because it's more controlled in an environment like that that's legal rather than one that's illegal because that you can't have that controlled environment type of thing. So it's that type of thinking. So yeah, we're gonna have marijuana here in Massachusetts. Hooray! Here I go. Just going and going. I mean, that's kind of the point of this podcast. It's just me. Normally I'd have other people, but like I don't hang around with enough people that actually want to do this type of crap. Like there was that first guy. Alright, because he was in my gym class last year. Yeah, it was third try last year. That's when I launched this podcast. For any of you, yeah, we do. My school's a trimester schedule, which means we don't have like fall semester and spring semester. Instead, we have fall trimester, winter trimester, and spring trimester. So like that means We have 60 days. It goes 60, 60, 60 because we have to go 180 days here in Massachusetts. So it's like 60, 60, 60 as opposed to like the normal 90, 90. That's fine. But yeah, I remember that because it was the gym class. It was like really early in the gym class, and I had my friend along. He was like, "Hey, do you want to do a podcast with me?" It's for like for one episode. He's like, "Sure, that's fine." And then I did it, and I did another one by myself later, and I did it like I think it was episode 1, and then we did episode 2, right? And then episode 2.5. Yeah, I remember. We still haven't gotten to episode 3. This will probably be episode 3. Um, oh, I just watched Doctor Strange. Oh my god, that was such an amazing movie. I'm gonna try and not spoil it for anyone who hasn't watched it. It's so good the way they use the effects in the movie. That's generally what really brings it. You'd have to like watch it for yourself to really see what I'm talking about. Benedict Cumberbatch is an amazing actor. It is a really great American accent too. I was like, wow, that's really good. It's like me having a pseudo British accent, but not really because I'm from New England. Um, yeah, I listened to too much of the BBC, Doctor Who, The Yogscast, etc. And so because I have that British ring to it, but the base is the New England accent. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed with Benedict Cumberbatch's accent. In general, um, general, he was really good in the movie. Well, he's really good in like everything that he does, except for documentaries where he has to say the word penguin. I was watching that earlier because I hadn't known about this, but it's like anything that is like penguins or penguins. He can't say penguins. Yeah, Doctor Strange. You should definitely go see it. It was such an amazing movie. I loved it so much. It's like, I don't. It's like so hard to describe. You'd have to like go see it because it's like such an experience. Um, yeah, I loved it thoroughly. I might like do a spoiler review. Probably not. I'm not like one of those types of channels. We're a gaming channel. Don't do that type of stuff. And this is like a podcast, so we don't do that type of stuff either. We just talk about things that are happening. Oh, what's also happening? Rogue One is coming out in a month. Yeah, I'm really excited for that. The trailers looked really good. And it's gonna be really exciting. We're all gonna. No, I'm gonna take a bunch of friends who are gonna see it. Uh, it's just amazing. Um, Anything else that I'm doing? You've noticed that I've been uploading a little bit less. And lately, like I took that break back, like between like October and how do I say it was like February, I think. Yeah, I took that break last year, and yeah, it's not that I've taken a break. It's just that like it takes so much time to do this, and I like don't have that time anymore because I'm in like I do band stuff. So like I'm in the marching band. We just finished the season, which was why I was able to finally get around to editing that last video that I uploaded yesterday on Friday because I had that day off. I'm taking a lot of heavy classes, um, so it's the workload is really heavy. So probably yeah, we're probably gonna have. I'm trying to keep it to like that week by week schedule. Ooh. I'm probably gonna have some .16 videos come out where it's like covering different add-ons because I think that's pretty cool. Um, yeah, yeah, it's really cool. Um, what else was I gonna think? I'm just staring at my window here. Like the leaves are falling. Yeah, we raked the lawn last week. We raked the lawn on Tuesday because that was the election, so I had school off because they had the election at my school. So we raked the entire lawn, and like you can't even tell now that we raked it. Can't even tell, and that was not like even the first time we raked it. It was like the second time we raked it. The first time we raked it was like the weekend, not the weekend directly before Tuesday, but the one before that. So yeah, it was just, oh my god, there's so many leaves. It's ridiculous how much you have to rake, and then it just keeps coming down all the way until like the first snow or whatever. I don't know when that is. Not looking forward to it because then we have to like start shoveling, and that's not fun either. Um, yeah, not a fan of the fall, the winter, or the summer really. Because in the summer you have to like mow the lawn. I like the spring because you don't have to mow the lawn, you don't have to shovel, and you don't have to rake. And that is like the best season because yeah, don't no work. In terms of like the outdoors. Yeah. Yeah, daylight savings time happened for us. We went from EDT to EST, which now we're in Eastern Standard Time. I made the transition really smoothly, but it's always easier like in the fall because then you like have an extra hour in your day rather than like you're taking away, you're like depriving yourself of that sleep in the spring. So yeah, I like daylight savings time, but only in the fall. It means I get an extra hour of sleep. It's fun, really refreshing, really. Um, oh yeah, I'm turning 17 in March. Yeah, young, not that young. Turning 17 in March. I've got that feeling that like holy crap, I'm turning into an adult kind of thing. It's looming over me. It's really scary. I've like less than 1.5 years left as a kid. It's like, oh my god, what am I gonna do when I'm an adult? Type of thinking. It's really terrifying actually. Um, I probably sound like this ignorant kid who has no idea what it's like to be an adult. And you're absolutely right. I have no idea what it's like to be an adult. I have like a lot of human experiences, especially like with like uh, helping people, but like usually they're younger than me, so like I know what they're going through, or like I can tell because I have that experience. But like turning into an adult is like a whole different animal, I think, than people younger than you are. Because then you're like, oh my goodness, I've got to pay bills now. I've got to actually find a place to eat. Live, so I can like sleep on like the floor, not the floor, on a bed somewhere. I've got to pay for internet. Internet's the most important thing, really. If there's no internet, then life's just not worth living anymore. Essentially, I've been talking for a long time now, but that's perfectly okay. Talk for as much as I can. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, becoming an adult. Yeah, not fun. Yeah, and you have to pay for internet. You have to pay. I'm not paying for TV. Fuck that. No TV. Don't do that. Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you do that? Honestly, it's like, all right, I'm gonna pay someone so I can see ads. Okay. Or I can just get like Netflix or Hulu or CBS All Access or HBO Go or whatever. All those sites that you can watch television shows relatively inexpensively. Like Netflix, I know is like $8 for the basic, $10 for like the middle, and like 15 for the premium, like per month each, obviously. So it's not terribly expensive. It's definitely less than like a cable bill, and it's all on demand, and there are no ads. So, yay for the win, yay Netflix. Um, so probably not gonna get to. But then you can't watch like things like the Olympics and like the election stuff. So you'd probably have like a bundle where you bundle TV, cable, and like phone or whatever. TV and cable, like cable, internet, and phone. There we go. Um, and I have to pay for food. That's really the biggest issue. I mean, you have to eat. There's no way of getting around that. To pay for like electricity, water, pay for mortgage. There's so much stuff to pay for when you're older. Really, not looking forward to that at all. Especially since like when you're a person like me who's going to go into a job that requires an extensive amount of education. Like I'm going to be going into the medical science because it's really interesting, and I like helping people, and it would be something that would really like fulfill me in life. But like because of that, it like takes so much like financial resource away because of the extended years you have to have, like to get your master's and your doctorate, etc. So it's not fun. Yeah. After we get away from adulting, we can start talking about other things. Terraria 1.3.4 is coming out really soon. Like, really soon. Am I gonna cover it? Probably not. I know absolutely not, because I don't have a computer. Well, if you think I actually had a computer and was, like, wealthy enough to actually buy a computer, well, you're wrong. Yeah. Turns out I'm broke all the time. Broke as all hell. Don't have any money. So I'm fundraising just to get to Ohio and like whatever, and like trips that I have to go on for like different groups I'm associated with, right? And I have like no money left, and it's like, oh, okay, that's fantastic. And so I don't have that much. Like I wanted to buy a computer for like 3 years now. Have been. Will I probably get around to it? Maybe. Probably not. Yeah, and now I'm just into this setup where I have like tablets doing everything. It works for the most part, but especially with Pocket Edition coming up to priority with the PC, so it's fine for the most part. But like Terrain Mobile, it's like 1.2.4, so that's fine. I just can't wait till they update it to 1.3 in February, which is another thing I'm really excited about. You know, it's also really exciting. Um, Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 is coming out on iOS and Android very soon. It was announced by Chris Sawyer, the wizard himself, the wizard of the old days of gaming, of coding in x86 on that old island of UK. No, on that UK is not an island. That's just stupid. It's not an island. It's a kingdom. United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. Great Britain's the island, actually. Um, would you like to hear a joke? What's purple and conquer the world? I'm gonna give you 5 seconds. Purple and conquer the world. The answer is Great Britain. Yeah. What's an island and it's purple and conquer the world? Grape Britain. It's really bad. Yeah. Any more to talk about or blab my mouth about? I've just been like flapping my lips for the past like 23 minutes. Well, at least it's like decent. Should I go through my mail again? No, never, never again. That was so boring. Why would you want to listen to me go through my mail? Yeah. Yeah. I need some water. I should have really brought some water. Did I talk about everything I wanted to talk about? Yeah. I think I did, actually. Well, I mean, I was anticipating it to be like a good solid 30 minutes, but we've only hit 24 minutes, which means we have like 6 minutes left. Like 5 minutes and 30 seconds. What am I going to talk about for 5 minutes and 30 seconds? It's very precise, you see. Oh yeah. I bought this thing. You probably won't be able, I'll show like a picture of it. Oh, probably not, since I don't like to edit these. too much. It's like, I'll try to describe this to you. Yeah, we'll do that in 5 minutes. Less than now, 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Um, it's Le Chateau Frontenac. It's a banner that I have, Quebec. I went there. This is actually from an antique shop that I bought this from, but I've been to the Chateau Frontenac. It's really beautiful. It's like you can see the St. Lawrence River, and then it's like a medieval castle, and then you see like the Quebec coat of arms and like two flags crossing. It says Quebec. Like this border is like knit of like red, white, and gold. Not in that order specifically. It's white on the inside, gold in the middle, and red on the outside. And it's just like the border around. It's just like one of those triangle banners that you have. It's very old. Like some of the paint is like it's the fabric is like losing its color because the UV radiation, like the sunlight rays. You can see the castle. It's like the main part. You can see the street. It's very gothic. Very gothic. I love gothic architecture. It's pretty amazing. You can see like the cylindrical towers as you go around the castle, and then you can see the big triangle towards the top, which goes into the spire. A lot of it to the left is washed out because of the sunlight. We have 4 minutes left. This is just ridiculous. We stoplights here, and there's like the round, and there's like a gazebo in front of the river. Yeah, and like the coat of arms is like the crown thing with the cross on it, and then like there's this thing. It's like rounded. It's like it almost looks like a cupcake. I probably offended a lot of people. That's okay. That's how you describe it, I think, because then you can see like the top, and like in the middle there's 3 crosses, and then the bottom, and then you have the main banner, which is the central coat of arms banner, which you have the three. It's like on the old French flag. You'll find that it's like the one in the middle, and then the 2 are rounded on the side and like go down. This is really hard to explain. Oh my god. And then you have like the lion, and then it goes down into the point, and then there's Quebec underneath. Yeah, I really do love this banner. A cupcake. Really? That's how you describe like something that resembles a crown? A cupcake. I'm done. I am literally the worst ever. How much time do we have left? We have 2 minutes left. All right, 2 minutes left, just so we can say we did this for like 30 minutes, and not just like 15 minutes or whatever. I've been talking for so long. Yeah, the trees are beautiful. Even though I said I hated fall, because that means you have to rake. But yeah, I guess you could say the trees are beautiful. Like this goldenrod that we have, it last year turned a really, really bright red. Only because it was like dying slightly, because we slightly burned it in like a bonfire. But now it's like really, really yellow because it's totally recovered. And I think it's a lot more beautiful this year, I think. To know that it's more alive. But I think if in terms of color, it was more beautiful last year because it was a lot brighter. But that's how you know it's like dying. Yeah. I like that yellow color a lot better though than the bright red that there is, the bright yellow, the yellow that there is this year. Obviously, you can tell I'm on my bed, just here talking to a microphone. I must be like a crazy person. We have a minute left. This is really amazing. I can't believe I've been able to talk this long and somehow keep you entertained. Are you entertained? Probably not. I'll probably put like an information and a poll. Are you entertained? You'll be like, oh no, never entertained. Well, if you aren't entertained, then you probably would have like stopped listening after a while. Or you're like me and you like do other things while you listen to podcasts just because podcasts waste your time away. Mommy! Actually, I can't do that. But yeah, I'm like building things in Minecraft, right? And in the background I hear, Mommy, Mommy, can I listen to the Young Pod? Well, you can fuck off. Yeah. And it's really funny to hear. They use like little sound blurbs like that. Will I use sound blurbs like that? Probably not. Ooh, we've hit 30 minutes. We're gonna stop it here. Thanks everyone for watching. Bye!